The most feared person in any conflict is not the one with the biggest muscles, nor the one who shouts the loudest. It is the one who remains completely calm. Sounds strange, doesn't it? Yet this very realization changed the life of a legendary warrior forever. And it has the potential to change your life as well. I am speaking of Miyamoto Musashi, the deadliest samurai Japan ever produced. He never lost a single fight. 60 duels to the death. 60 encounters in which defeat meant immediate death. But listen carefully. Musashi's secret did not lie in the speed of his blade or the strength of his strikes. It lay in something far more powerful. His mental control was so refined that his opponents often fell into panic before launching their first attack. While his enemies were torn apart by fear and anger, Musashi maintained deadly composure. And the remarkable thing is this: the same mental strategies he mastered in bloody duels work just as effectively in the conflicts of modern life. Whether dealing with an authoritarian boss, family disputes, or provocations on social media. The truth is simple. Whoever controls the mind controls the outcome. You are now about to discover the 4 mental secrets Musashi developed to maintain control even when everything around him seemed to collapse. Let me ask you a question. What happens in your body when someone yells at you or aggressively challenges you? Your muscles tense, your heart starts racing, anger rises, and before you know it, you are completely caught in an emotional storm. Musashi understood this trap better than anyone. He knew that when you allow yourself to be consumed by the emotions of the moment, you lose 2 crucial things: control over the situation, and above all, control over yourself. That is why Musashi's first principle for winning any confrontation had nothing to do with strength or technique. It was about something deeper: emotional distance. But what does emotional distance truly mean? It is the ability to detach from what you feel, to observe your inner reactions without being carried away by them. Musashi described it as watching a conflict from above, like a cloud passing across the sky. He did not become anger. He did not become fear. He acknowledged these feelings and let them pass. This simple act, not identifying with the emotion, changes everything. It sounds simple, yet most of us fall into the same trap every day. When someone insults you, you say, "I am angry," or worse, "I am anger." And at that moment, the emotion begins to guide your words, your actions, and your decisions. You become a puppet of your own feelings. Musashi chose a different path. He recognized his anger, but did not allow it to overpower him. He simply said, "I am feeling anger." That small linguistic shift creates distance between you and the feeling. And in that distance lies your freedom. How can you apply this today? When strong emotions arise in a confrontation, even in a simple conversation, pause briefly and say internally, "I notice that I am feeling angry," or "I notice that I am feeling frustrated." Merely naming the emotion creates space between you and it. Over time, that space grows. And so does your control. The secret is not suppressing or denying emotions, but refusing to be ruled by them. With emotional distance, the inner storm settles, and that is where true strength begins. Most people enter conflicts without knowing what to expect. They react impulsively, driven by the moment. Musashi did the opposite. He believed true calm arises when you know what is coming before it happens. This is the second principle, anticipatory awareness. Musashi called it foreknowledge, the ability to sense an opponent's next move before it is made. It is not about reading minds, but recognizing patterns. For as complex as humans are, under pressure, we react in surprisingly predictable ways. Anger follows familiar paths. Fear narrows options. Impatience reveals weaknesses. Before his duels, Musashi studied his opponents carefully, their movements, their stress reactions, their preferred attacks. He left nothing to chance. In his most famous duel against Sasaki Kojiro, Musashi knew Kojiro was proud, impatient, and famous for his extremely long sword. So Musashi deliberately arrived late, increasing his opponent's impatience, and carved a wooden sword on the way, slightly longer than Kojiro's blade. He had won the fight before it even began. How can you apply this in your life? Before entering a difficult conversation, pause and ask yourself 3 questions. What emotional state is this person in? What do they truly want from this conversation? What 3 reactions are most likely? These questions prepare your brain. They reduce the element of surprise. And surprise is what throws us off balance. When you anticipate, your body does not panic. It remains focused and clear. Professionals in crisis negotiation operate the same way. Behavioral psychologists explain that when we anticipate emotional reactions, the brain prepares differently. Surprise triggers panic. Anticipation builds stability. Anticipating does not mean controlling others. It means knowing the terrain before stepping onto it. The better you decode emotional patterns, the calmer you remain. And in a chaotic world, that calmness is one of the greatest forms of power. Musashi also knew that breath is the bridge between body and mind. He observed that during fear or anger, the first thing to change is breathing. Fast, shallow, unstable, a clear sign of inner imbalance. Thus emerged his 3rd principle, strategic breathing. In battle, Musashi controlled not only his movements, but every breath. He knew whoever controls the breath controls their emotional state. This was not just a technique, it was a weapon. He trained attacks while maintaining slow, deep breathing. Because when the body breathes calmly, the mind remains clear, even in chaos. Modern science confirms this. Slow, controlled breathing activates the parasympathetic nervous system, the system responsible for calming the body. Neuroscientists explain that conscious breathing acts like a biological switch. Within seconds, you can shift from alarm to calm. Fast breathing, by contrast, activates fight or flight mode and floods the brain with stress hormones. Musashi used a simple technique. Before decisive moments, he took 1 conscious breath. 4 seconds, inhale through the nose. Brief pause, 6 seconds, exhale through the mouth. 1 cycle was enough to synchronize body and mind. You can use this today, in meetings, arguments, or before difficult news. 1 conscious breath and clarity returns. For Musashi, this calm was the foundation of victory. For us, it is the foundation of a clearer, centered, and more powerful life. Now imagine an intense confrontation. Emotions run high. Tension fills the air. Most people react automatically. They want to win, to be right, to strike back. Musashi acted differently. He did not fight for his ego. He acted with a clear objective. This is the 4th principle, purposeful action. He believed that action without a clear aim is blind fighting. His opponents often entered battle filled with anger, fear, and the need for recognition. Musashi always knew exactly what he wanted to achieve. He wrote, "The warrior does not grasp first, but remains focused on his higher objective." This clarity protected him from emotional storms, and today it is indispensable. How many arguments begin with a genuine concern and end in blame and old wounds? When the goal is lost, chaos begins. The solution is simple. Before entering a conflict, ask yourself, what is my true objective? Formulate it in a clear sentence. I want to resolve this misunderstanding without creating new pain. I want to express my position without hurting anyone. I want to preserve my inner peace. During the conversation, keep returning to this objective. It keeps you grounded and protects you from impulsive reactions. Clarity does not mean coldness. On the contrary, your emotions suddenly serve something greater. Musashi was not calm because he lacked feelings. He was calm because he had clarity. And clarity arises from purpose. True strength does not lie in winning conflicts. It lies in transcending them. Centuries ago, Musashi understood that true mastery is not about defeating others. It is about mastering yourself. His 4 principles, emotional distance, anticipatory awareness, strategic breathing, and purposeful action, are not combat techniques. They are paths to a more conscious and freer life. In a world full of noise, conflict, and provocation, the truly powerful person is not the loudest one.